Halterofilia, impartido por Halterofilia Aplicada SB con certificación de Asociación de Levantamiento de Pesas del Estado Táchira, Venezuela, Federación Venezolana de Levantamiento de Pesas y Comité Olímpico Venezolano. Halterofilia Aplicada SB te ofrece especialización instruccional que contiene componentes de formación individual y pedagógica, porque el negocio del deporte es complejo. Máster en Mercadeo Deportivo y Halterofilia Aplicada SB cuenta con un programa de 200 horas teórico-práctico, 6 módulos, desarrollo y presentación de proyecto factible, webinars con tópicos de vanguardia, duración 6 meses totalmente online. Máster en Mercadeo Deportivo y Halterofilia. Abre el proceso de inscripción. Para mayor información a través de nuestro correo electrónico halterofiliaaplicada@gmail.com o a través de nuestras redes sociales @halterofiliaaplicada.sb. Máster en Mercadeo Deportivo y Halterofilia Aplicada SB. Te ayudamos a trazar el camino que quieres seguir para tu futuro profesional. Máster en Mercadeo Deportivo y Halterofilia, impartido por Halterofilia Aplicada SB con certificación de Asociación de Levantamiento de Pesas del Estado Táchira, Venezuela, Federación Venezolana de Levantamiento de Pesas y el Comité Olímpico Venezolano. Halterofilia Aplicada SB te ofrece especialización instruccional que contiene componentes de formación individual y pedagógica, porque el negocio del deporte es complejo. Máster en Mercadeo Deportivo y Halterofilia Aplicada SB, dirigido a entrenadores, dirigentes, atletas, coach, personal trainer, team de entidades deportivas, publicitarias, estudiantes de publicidad, mercadeo, gerencia, administración y afines, totalmente online. Máster en Mercadeo Deportivo y Halterofilia, Abre el proceso de inscripción. Para mayor información a través de nuestro correo electrónico halterofiliaaplicada@gmail.com o a través de nuestras redes sociales @halterofiliaaplicada.sb. Máster en Mercadeo Deportivo y Halterofilia Aplicada SB. Te ayudamos a trazar el camino que quieres seguir para tu futuro profesional. Máster en Mercadeo Deportivo y Halterofilia, impartido por Halterofilia Aplicada SB con certificación de Asociación de Levantamiento de Pesas del Estado Táchira, Venezuela, Federación Venezolana de Levantamiento de Pesas y Comité Olímpico Venezolano. Halterofilia Aplicada SB te ofrece especialización instruccional que contiene componentes de formación individual y pedagógica. Porque el negocio del deporte es complejo. Máster en Mercadeo Deportivo y Halterofilia Aplicada SB cuenta con un programa de 200 horas teórico-práctico, 6 módulos, desarrollo y presentación de proyectos factibles, webinars con tópicos de vanguardia, duración 6 meses totalmente online. Máster en Mercadeo Deportivo y Halterofilia. Abre el proceso de inscripción. Para mayor información a través de nuestro correo electrónico halterofiliaaplicada@gmail.com o a través de nuestras redes sociales @halterofiliaaplicada.sb. Máster en Mercadeo Deportivo y Halterofilia Aplicada SB. Te ayudamos a trazar el camino que quieres seguir para tu futuro profesional. Máster en Mercadeo Deportivo y Halterofilia, impartido por Halterofilia Aplicada SB con certificación de Asociación de Levantamiento de Pesas del Estado Táchira, Venezuela, Federación Venezolana de Levantamiento de Pesas y el Comité Olímpico Venezolano. Halterofilia Aplicada SB te ofrece especialización instruccional que contiene componentes de formación individual y pedagógica. Porque el negocio del deporte es complejo. Máster en Mercadeo Deportivo y Halterofilia Aplicada SB, dirigido a entrenadores, dirigentes, atletas, coach, personal trainer, team de entidades deportivas, publicitarias, estudiantes de publicidad, mercadeo, gerencia, administración y afines, totalmente online. Máster en Mercadeo Deportivo y Halterofilia. Abre el proceso de inscripción. Para mayor información a través de nuestro correo electrónico halterofiliaaplicada@gmail.com o a través de nuestras redes sociales @halterofiliaaplicada_sb. Máster en Mercadeo Deportivo y Halterofilia Aplicada SB. Te ayudamos a trazar el camino que quieres seguir para tu futuro profesional. Máster en Mercadeo Deportivo y Halterofilia, impartido por Halterofilia Aplicada SB con certificación de Asociación de Levantamiento de Pesas del Estado Táchira, Venezuela, Federación Venezolana de Levantamiento de Pesas y Comité Olímpico Venezolano. Halterofilia Aplicada SB te ofrece especialización instruccional que contiene componentes de formación individual y pedagógica. Porque el negocio del deporte es complejo. Máster en Mercadeo Deportivo y Halterofilia Aplicada SB.
Mason in Canada, where it's morning, but most of the world it's either overnight or it's a perfect time for the athletes to be out lifting. What we're going to do today is we're going to get some of the strongest athletes from around the world in the 55 kilo and the 59 kilo categories to lift from their homes in real time. They don't want to lift from their home. They can lift from their training center, their gym, wherever they can find the weights they need, the platform, and the space overhead. Let's meet the athletes. Representing Kazakhstan, Zulfia Chinchanlo. She's a 55 kilo athlete. So is Poland's Joanna Lachowska. Representing Uzbekistan in the 55 kilo category, Nabieva Muatar. Also from Uzbekistan, Nigora Abdulieva. She's in the 59 kilo class. Also in the 59s, from Ecuador, Alexandra Escobar. From Mexico, in the 59 kilo class, Kisia Gicho. From Romania, in the 59 kilo class, Sorina Florina Hulpan. From Colombia, lifting as a 59 kilo athlete, Maria Camila Lobon. From People's Republic of China, in the 59 kilo class, Liu Xiaomin. From Venezuela, lifting as a 59 kilo athlete, Yusledis Figueroa. Now that's the athletes. Our officials for this session, the referee from Serbia, Milan Mihailovic. From France, we're joined by Bernard Houet. From Thailand, it's Sirilak Tatman. Our reserve referee is Olga Solovyeva from Kazakhstan. Our timekeeper and marshal is Bowen Stewart of Australia. He'll help judge only if the referees have technical difficulties. This event is hosted by the Uzbekistan Weightlifting Federation as a celebration of that country's independence. It's time now that we call our first athlete in this session. Representing Uzbekistan, Nigora Abdulieva, first attempt, 75 kilos on the bar for the first snatch in the 55 kilo Group A session. In many ways, this is like a traditional weightlifting event in which each athlete gets 3 attempts in the snatch, as you can see on the scoreboard, and 3 attempts on the clean and jerk. The best snatch is added to the best clean and jerk, and that gets you the total. Each lifter has one camera set up in a center position so that they can perform their lifts at their chosen location. 20 seconds left on the clock now for Abdulieva, Uzbekistan. The referees have rendered their decision just as we're seeing Abdulieva come out to the platform. I'm assuming that there's technical difficulties at one end or the other, so that she did not. Oh, I'm getting a reversal. They're going to allow her to do that lift, and that lift, the referees have now seen the lift. And it is deemed successful. A good lift for Abdulieva at 75 kilos. Now, to Kazakhstan. Also in this category, 80 kilos being requested for Zulfiya Chinshanlo. Kazakhstan, first attempt in the snatch. That is a good lift. A good lift for Chinshanlo of Kazakhstan at 80 kilos. We're going to stay with 80 kilos now and jet off to Poland. Joanna Lochowska. This is her first attempt in the snatch. 80 kilos, Poland, Lochowska.
Dobra.
Looked like a solid opener for Lochowska of Poland, and the referees agree. 3 white lights, good lift. Our next athlete also calling for 80 kilos now. It's in Romania. Sorina Florina Hulpan. First attempt. Hulpan's lift is a good lift from Romania. Sorina Florina Hulpan, good at 80 kilos. Also asking for 80 kilos, Kisia Gicho, Mexico, first attempt. Mexico, Gicho, 80 kilos.
Ale idzie, słuchajcie, idzie sprawnie. Naprawdę nie ma... Dobra. Przyjęli ciszenie. Ja już mówię, ile nam czeka.
Gicho's lift is judged to be a good lift. Good lift for Kisa Gicho. Now, our next athlete is requesting 88 kilos. 88 kilos for Alexandra Escobar of Ecuador. This is her first attempt in the snatch. Escobar, Ecuador.
Que al final de toda la ronda dan un tiempo, se acuerda, y luego ya ponemos ahí el cambio. La Escobar tiene la cámara en la caja de la troca, primo. En la caja de la troca. La de Escobar. La de Ecuador. La tapa de la caja.
Simón. Nos metió la pinche la negrona.
Escobar, good lift at 88 kilos. 90 kilos now being requested on the bar. We've got two athletes calling for this weight. First, we'll go to Uzbekistan. Nabieva Muatar. This is attempt number 1 in the snatch. He'll be followed by Envión, Colombia.
Slow.
That is a good lift from the host country, Muatar, at 90 kilos. Our next athlete, also calling for 90 kilos, Colombia, Maria Camila Lobon. This is attempt number 1. She'll be followed by Yusledis Figueroa, Venezuela. But this is Lobon, Colombia. That is a good lift. Muatar at 90 kilos. Our next athlete, also 90 kilos, Colombia, Maria Camila Lobon. This is number 1. To be followed by Yusledis Figueroa, Venezuela. This is Lobon, Colombia.
Dale mucho. Claro, fuerte.
The time had expired before the lift went up. 90 kilos is deemed to be no lift for Lobon. No lift. She was late in starting the lift. 92 kilos now being requested for Venezuela and Yusledis Figueroa. This is her first attempt. This is the women's 55 kilo and 59 kilo sessions of the Uzbek Cup online.
Lo quieras. Te mando a grabar. Vamos, mucha extensión y velocidad. Estabilice ese peso. Mucha velocidad y tranquilo. Siéntate con él. Tranquila.
¿Por qué? ¿Por qué?
Figueroa's lift. Good lift for Yusledis Figueroa, Venezuela, 92 kilos. Our final attempt in this round 1 of the women's 55 and 59 kilo Group A session belongs to Liu Xiaomin of China, 95 kilos on the bar, first attempt.
等一下，你站着别动。
That is a good lift for Liu of
成功
Republic of
OK，OK，OK
China
多少
at
有个5
95
100
kilos. So as I explained earlier, we are doing this in a round system. Just before each of the 3 rounds starts in the snatch and the clean and jerk, a 30-second clock begins. Now, we're in that time now in the break between snatch number 1 and snatch number 2. That's the opportunity for athletes to make any changes they have to make. Each athlete and or their coach has 2 changes allocated to them that they can make in between these sessions. Now, once the attempts are set for the round, each athlete will lift in turn with the weight going up. Once all the attempts are done, a 30-second clock begins with the next one. The athlete attempts will be reordered for each round. That was a good lift for Abdulliyeva at 80 kilos. We hadn't even called the athlete yet, but I guess to try and avoid any confusion, she has gone out and lifted it and was successful. So our next athlete here at 82 kilos, representing Poland, will be Joanna Lochowska. This is her second attempt in the snatch. 82 kilos, Lochowska, Poland. She'll be followed by Gicho, Mexico, at a heavier weight. No lift there for Lochowska at 82 kilos. She has one more snatch to come. 84 kilos now being requested. It'll be placed on the bar in Mexico for Kisia Gicho. This is her second attempt. She was successful on her first attempt with 80 kilos. She'll be followed in lifting order by Kazakhstan's Chinshanlo. A strong pull from Gicho, but that's as far as she got with 84 kilos. We'll see her back for her third attempt. 85 kilos being placed on the bar now in Kazakhstan. Zulfia Chinshanlo, Kazakhstan's second attempt in the snatch, 85 kilos. She'll be followed by Hulpan, Romania, same weight. That is a no lift for Chinshanlo. Her arms broke and then put the bar down at 85 kilos on attempt number 2. 85 kilos still the weight. Off to Romania now for Serena Florina Hulpan. Hulpan's second attempt, 85 kilos. Escobar, Ecuador, to follow. Another no lift scenario there, this time from Hulpan of Romania. We're not having the best luck with our second attempts. Escobar now, 91 kilos, a 3 kilo increase from her success at 88 kilos. Alexandra Escobar, Ecuador, second attempt. Muatar, Uzbekistan, be prepared, you're next. Escobar, good lift, breaking us out of a little bit of a streak there of red marks on our scoreboard. Good lift. Now 95 kilos, Uzbekistan, second attempt in the snatch. Nabieva Muatar. Lobon, Colombia, next.
Espérate, no.
Escobar, good lift, breaking us out of a little bit of a streak there of red marks on our scoreboard. Good lift. Now 95 kilos, Uzbekistan.
Que no sería acá. Sí.
Good lift, Muatar, Uzbekistan, 95 kilos. We just got word that the Polish athlete, Lochuska, will be declining her third attempt in the snatch. Hopefully we'll see her back in the clean and jerk. 95 kilos on the bar, second attempt in the snatch for Maria Lobon, Colombia. Lobon will be followed by Yusledis Figueroa, Venezuela, same weight.
Mucho a los Cami. Tenlo.
A very quick lift for Lobon at 95 kilos from Colombia. That is a good lift. Off to Venezuela. 95 kilos now requested. Yusledis Figueroa, Venezuela. This is attempt number 2. Lo Xiaomin, Democratic People's Republic of China, is up next.
Busca la misma extensión de ahorita, vamos.
No quieras.
¡Vamos, vamos! Pegadita la barra. Mueve esos pies. Mueve los pies y plancha rápido abajo. Sentadita abajo, vamos.
Vamos, Serena.
Mueve esos pies.
No lift there for Yusledis Figueroa, 95 kilos. One athlete remaining in this round, and it is Lu Xiaomin, China, 100 kilos, second attempt in the snatch.
还没开始倒计时啊！
开始了。
哦，开始了。
Lu Xiaomin took that for a little bit of a walk, but was unsuccessful. That is a no lift at 100 kilos. Each of these athletes now has a third attempt coming to them in the snatch, except for Lochuska of Poland, who's declined her final attempt in the snatch. So that means we've got 9 athletes to come. They've got 30 seconds now to work with their coaches and try and pick the best number so that they can snatch as much as possible and hopefully push their opponent just maybe to 1 kilo more than they're capable of doing. That's part of the strategy involved in the back room in weightlifting. Right now, our leader so far is Lu with her successful lift at 95 kilos on her first attempt. Lobon also made 95 kilos, but as it was on her second attempt, and so did Nabieva Muatar, but as it was on their second attempts, they are lower in the placing. Right now, we're going to call Nigora Abdulieva. The weight is 83 kilos. From Uzbekistan, and that was a successful lift. Once again, she's getting onto the platform a little sooner than I'm used to, so that is a good lift for Abdulieva. 84 kilos now, Mexico. Third attempt in the snatch. Kisia Gicho. The clock begins. Chinchanlo of Kazakhstan is next, but this is Gicho, Mexico. A similar looking lift to her second attempt where Gicho pulled it to her waist and then dropped it. That is no lift at 84 kilos. 85 kilos being placed on the bar in Kazakhstan for Zulfiya Chinchanlo. This is her third attempt in the snatch. She'll be followed by Romania Hulpan. Chinchanlo now, 85 kilos.
¿El Envión cuánto, primo? 100, ahí la deja con 100. Simón.
All three white lights for Chinchanlo. That's a good lift at 85 kilos. Our next athlete is Hulpan. She also wants 85 kilos. She was unsuccessful on attempt number 2, but this is the third attempt in the snatch. Sorina Hulpan, Romania. Escobar, Ecuador next. No lift for Hulpan at 85 kilos. Our next weight being requested right now is 94 kilos, and it belongs to Alexandra Escobar, Ecuador. This is her third attempt in the snatch. She'll be followed in lifting order by Yusledis Figueroa of Venezuela. Figueroa wants 1 kilo more. 94 kilos, Escobar, third attempt. That's a good lift despite the dog getting up and turning his back on the lifter. That is a good lift for Escobar at 94 kilos. 95 kilos being requested now. This is Venezuela and the third attempt of Yusledis Figueroa. She'll be followed by Lobon, Colombia at a heavier weight. 95 kilos, Figueroa, Venezuela.
Vamos pues. Vamos. Calma, calma. Ponle todo. Vamos, no parado, que esta van. Es tuyo, vamos. ¿Seguras? Piernas. Recibe el peso. Vamos. Llévalo.
Three red lights, no lift use. Ladies Figueroa, 95 kilos. She does finish with 92 kilos made on her first attempt. 97 kilos now being requested. Representing Colombia, Maria Lobon. Final attempt in the snatch, 97 kilos. Muatar wants more. She's next. A good lift for Lobong. The athlete became motionless, and that is a successful lift for Lobong. 98 kilos being requested now. 1 more kilo. And Uzbekistan's Nabieva Muattar is ready with 98 kilos for her 3rd attempt in the snatch. Liu, China, next at a heavier weight. No lift for Muattar of Uzbekistan at 98 kilos. 1 attempt remaining in the snatch portion of the women's 55 and 59 kilo Group A session. From China, Liu Xiaomin, 100 kilos, 3rd attempt.
开始倒计时啊。
That is a good lift for Liu to close out the session. 100 kilos successfully snatched overhead by Liu of China. This concludes the lifting portion of the snatch of the 55 kilo and 59 kilo Group A sessions. Taking a look at the scoreboard quickly, we can see that Liu is our leader with 100 kilos made on her 3rd attempt. Followed by 97 kilos for Maria Lobong of Colombia, made on her last attempt. 95 kilos for Nabieva Muattar, carries 95 kilos into the clean and jerk portion. Again, this concludes the snatch portion. We're just a few minutes away from the clean and jerk. Let's take that time to check out the snatch highlights. Learn a little bit about Uzbekistan artistry and maybe some ceramics, as well as visit with one of the men who has helped organize these competitions, these online meets, who's also the president of the Canadian Weightlifting Federation. We'll be back in a moment. We're joined now by Craig Walker, the president of the Canadian Weightlifting Federation, Halterofilia du Canada. Craig has also participated in these online competitions as part of the management team in putting everything together. Craig, thanks you for taking the time to talk with us. Now, tell me a little bit
Máster en Mercadeo Deportivo y Halterofilia. impartido por Halterofilia Aplicada SB con certificación de Asociación de Levantamiento de Pesas del Estado Táchira, Venezuela, Federación Venezolana de Levantamiento de Pesas y Comité Olímpico Venezolano. Halterofilia Aplicada SB te ofrece especialización instruccional que contiene componentes de formación individual y pedagógica. Porque el negocio del deporte es complejo. Máster en Mercadeo Deportivo y Halterofilia Aplicada SB cuenta con un programa de 200 horas teórico-práctico, 6 módulos, desarrollo y presentación de proyecto factible, webinars con tópicos de vanguardia, duración 6 meses totalmente online. Máster en Mercadeo Deportivo y Halterofilia. Abre el proceso de inscripción. Para mayor información a través de nuestro correo electrónico halterofiliaaplicada@gmail.com o a través de nuestras redes sociales @halterofiliaaplicada.sb. Máster en Mercadeo Deportivo y Halterofilia Aplicada SB. Te ayudamos a trazar el camino que quieres seguir para tu futuro profesional.
The United States saying, oh, maybe this will be the last one. I think we finished on version 11 for the Pan Am Federation. That process now, of course, is a little more efficient because we've had some experience with this format. So then it becomes the next stage is inviting the athletes. How are you going to manage the time zones there? What are the needs of the competition host? What's a little bit different in this case? It's a little bit of a different type of celebration this time in Uzbekistan. So I think part of the conversation was, how does this become a little bit more celebratory? How does it become a bigger competition? How do we manage 3 days of competition versus 2 days of competition? So it's been a very organic growth from that first stage with the Pan Am competition to this one.
Do you think that this is some of the changes, again, the round system and the like, are things that have been done in other sports, but this is the first time I know of it being done in weightlifting. Do you think that there will be any, if and when we return to normalcy in actual face-to-face competitions, do you think there'll be any legacy that comes out of this period of online competition?
I certainly hope so, and the feedback we've had initially from athletes in this format has been very positive. I can tell you that in Canada, what we have seen are conversations at the provincial level, where provinces are now talking about hosting online competitions at the club level with clubs or PSOs in other provinces. So I think what we've seen with the success of this format is that a lot of people are looking at ways they can apply it or scale it down to their local circumstance and give athletes at all levels something to focus at. I imagine these similar conversations are taking place in other countries, and it's quite exciting.
Now, you also you are the Canadian president, and you talked about the Canadians that will be participating in weightlifting. Where's Canada at in the world when it comes to weightlifting? Are Canada's athletes top of the podium, not qualifying? Where? Give me an update. Where is Canada at?
At the last World Championships in Pattaya, our women's team finished 6th overall, which was an outstanding result. Our men's team was a little lower on the scale, but we've seen some great performances with athletes like Bodhi Santavi now cracking in the top 5 or 6 in his weight class in the world. But certainly the women's team is very, very strong right now. Looking at Tokyo, we could have up to 5 athletes potentially. You never know how things are going to play out in the coming months in the last qualification. But I think we have a very talented core of young athletes. We see some very strong people coming up through the system who are starting to push up on the Olympic qualification system. And I'm quite excited about where Canada can be in the next Olympic cycle.
Craig Walker, Canadian Weightlifting Federation President, thanks for taking the time to talk with us.
Nice talking with you.
Uzbekistan with their ceramics. We're going to check out now some of the incredible detail of our 55-59 Group A women. In the clean and jerk, 95 kilos has been placed on the bar for Uzbekistan's Nigora Abdulliyeva for the first attempt in the clean and jerk of this session. Abdulliyeva, 95 kilos. Hulpan, Romania, be prepared. You're next at the same weight. A strong opener for Abdulliyeva, 95 kilos is successful. Our next athlete in Romania now, Sorina Hulpan, 95 kilos being requested. This is her first attempt in the clean and jerk. She'll be followed by Poland and Lohoska at 100 kilos. Hulpan, Romania, 95. A quick jerk and lockout from Hulpan and a good lift, 95 kilos. Our next athlete is calling for 100 kilos, and it's Mexico's Kisia Gicho. This is attempt number 1 in the clean and jerk. Lohoska will follow. Oh, correction. Lohoska is the athlete. My mistake. Joanna Lohoska, Poland, 100 kilos. She'll be followed by Gicho of Mexico. Lohoska is on the clock. Joanna Lohoska, Poland, 100 kilos. Lohaska's lift is a good lift, 100 kilos. Now to Mexico for Kisia Gicho, 100 kilos. This is her first attempt in the clean and jerk. She'll be followed by Kazakhstan's Chinshanlo. Gicho, Mexico, 100 kilos. Good lift for Gicho of Mexico at 100. Our next athlete in Kazakhstan, 105 kilos, the weight's going up, for Zulfiya Chinshanlo of Kazakhstan. Chinshanlo, 105. Muatar, Uzbekistan next. Chinshanlo's lift is a good lift, 105 kilos. Loaders in Uzbekistan are placing 110 kilos on the bar. Nabieva Muatar. This is her first attempt in the clean and jerk. She'll be followed by Escobar in Ecuador. Once again, as not all the traditional rules are being utilized, any records set in this meet don't count officially as IWF world records or continental records, and the athletes' totals cannot be used to qualify for other events. Muatar. No lift there for Muatar at 110 kilos on her opening attempt. 110 kilos is also the weight in Ecuador for Alexandra Escobar. Escobar, 110 kilos. Lobon, Colombia, next, and she wants even more weight.
Abdullah yüzde ama olur zaten.
Escobar's lift is a good lift. Alexandra Escobar, Ecuador, 110 kilos, and that is her opening attempt. 115 kilos now, and Colombia, Maria Lobon, first attempt in the clean and jerk. China next. That lift by Lobon is a good lift. Good lift. Now, 115 kilos, the same weight. The other side of the world, though, from China, Lu Xiaomin. This is the attempt number 1 in the clean and jerk. She'll be followed by Yusledis Figueroa, Venezuela, at a heavier weight.
Сколько узбечка же поднимет.
Good lift for Lou, 115 kilos. We're going to add even more weight. 118 kilos, the final attempt from Venezuela's Yusleides Figueroa. This will wrap up round one of the clean and jerk for the women's 55 and 59 kilo category. Yusleides Figueroa, Venezuela, 118 kilos.
Usted confía, aprieta esa espaldita, ¿de acuerdo? No, todavía no. Ponme el tiempo, pero no me he colocado todavía. Yuyi. Ahora, cuando quiera. Vamos, vamos. Extensión, mucha velocidad. Extensión y velocidad. Fuerte de espalda. Ajá, piernas. Primero. Empuja, tranquilízalo. Empuja primero. Aguanta. ¡Va!
Figueroa seems happy, and so are the referees. That is a good lift for Figueroa. Right now, we're now in our 30-second interval where we give the athletes and their coaches about 30 seconds to make any necessary changes they want for their next attempt. Automatically, if an athlete makes a lift, they're given 1 kilo more for their subsequent attempt. If they miss the lift, they're given the same amount, but then they're given a little bit of time to make any subsequent changes. Once again, Nigora Abdullaeva requesting 100 kilos, coming out early, and just exactly how well this goes. Good. That is a good lift for Nigora Abdullaeva of Uzbekistan. So far, she's gone 5 for 5. Hulpan, Romania, 100 kilos requested. This is her second attempt in the clean and jerk. Sorina Hulpan, Romania, 100 kilos. Lohoska, Poland, next. Two out of three says no lift for Hulpan. That is turned down. She is not successful at 100 kilos. 105 kilos now. Off to Poland. Joanna Lohoska. This is her second attempt in the clean and jerk. She'll be followed by Gicho of Mexico at a heavier weight. Good lift, Lohoska, Poland, 105 kilos. Off to Mexico. 110 kilos being placed on a bar there for Kisia Gicho. Mexico, 110 kilos. That's a 10-kilo increase over her first attempt. Chinchanlo, Kazakhstan, next.
No dobrze, jest ładnie. Piątkę podpuściłem.
No lift for Gicho at 110 kilos. She still has another attempt to come. 110 kilos being requested by Zulfia Chinshanlo, Kazakhstan. This is attempt number 2 for her in the clean and jerk. She'll be followed by Uzbekistan's Muattar. Chinshanlo, Kazakhstan, 110 kilos.
No my tak na szybko patrzyłyśmy, nie? Ale wtedy się nie zaczęły, to nie wiesz, nie?
A good lift for Chinshanlo of Kazakhstan. Our next athlete representing Uzbekistan is Nabieva Muattar. 110 kilos. She was not successful on her first attempt, so this is a second bite at the apple for Nabieva Muattar, 110 kilos, attempt number 2. Escobar, Ecuador, next at 115 kilos.
Kolumbijka, a na telefonie. Ale tu jest 176 najwięcej. W tej pierwszej grupie startowała. Raz, dwa.
That's a good lift. Took it for a little walk, but her elbows did not wobble. Muattar is a good lift at 110 kilos. Now, 115 kilos, Ecuador, Alexandra Escobar, second attempt in the clean and jerk. She'll be followed by Lu of China at 120 kilos. Escobar, Ecuador, 115 kilos.
Czyli 176 było najwięcej. No i
w czasie tego jeździmy, jak komentujecie, to żebyśmy nie kleli, to znaczy ja nie przekląłem.
Three white lights for Escobar at 115 kilos. Good lift. Off to China. 120 kilos for Lu Xiaomin. This is her second attempt. She'll be followed by Colombia's Lobon at a slightly heavier weight. Lu Xiaomin, China, 120 kilos. That is a good lift for Lu of China, 120 kilos. A little bit more weight on the bar, 121 kilos now. Colombia, Maria Lobon, second attempt. Ladies Figueroa next at a heavier weight. Lobon, 121 kilos, second attempt.
Fuerte, vamos. Y Lolo, tú, entre rápido. Entra, arriba. Venga, Randy. Va.
Lobon happy with the 3 white lights from the referees. Good lift for Maria Lobon, Colombia. Next, 122 kilos, representing Venezuela, Eusleides Figueroa. This is the final attempt in round 2 of the 55 and 59 kilo Group A session in the clean and jerk. Eusleides Figueroa, 122 kilos.
No, pues. Aprieta espalda, güey. Aprieta espalda, Luis, por subir. Véngase, véngase. ¡Abajo! Vamos. Velocidad con los codos. Fuerte la espalda. Monta primero.
No lift for Figueroa, or Eusleides Figueroa at 122 kilos. That concludes round 2. We've got 30 seconds on the clock for any changes to be made. But right now I can tell you, after the total, 220 kilos leads it with Liu of China. She's followed very close behind by 218 kilos by Lobon. Once again, Nigora Abdulieva coming out a little early. 103 kilos on the bar. Abdulieva, Uzbekistan. No part of the body other than the feet are to touch the platform, so that would be a no lift as judged by our referees. Nigora Abdulieva, no lift on her final attempt. 108 kilos, please, for Joanna Lochowska, Poland, final attempt. She'll be followed in lifting order by Gicho of Mexico at 110 kilos. Lochowska, Poland, 108. No lift for Lochowska at 108 kilos. She finishes with 185 kilos in the total, which is 105 in the clean and jerk and 80 in her snatch. Moving on, our next athlete from Mexico, 110 kilos on the bar. Attempt number 3 in the clean and jerk for Kisia Gicho, Mexico, 110 kilos. Muatar, Uzbekistan, next. No luck for Gicho on 110 kilos. She finishes with 180 kilos, 80 in the snatch, 100 kilos in the clean and jerk for a 180 total. Off to Uzbekistan, 114 kilos on a bar waiting for Nabieva Muatar, Uzbekistan, third attempt in the clean and jerk. She'll be followed by Chinshanlo, Kazakhstan, at a heavier weight. No lift for Muatar, 114 kilos. 205 is her total, 95 plus 110 on her second attempt in the clean and jerk. Zulfia Chinshanlo, Kazakhstan, final attempt in the clean and jerk. It's 115 kilos. She's representing Kazakhstan, Chinchanlo, final attempt. Escobar, Ecuador, next. A successful lift to close out the competition for Chinchanlo of Kazakhstan at 115 kilos. That's a 200 kilo total for her, 85 in the snatch, 115 in the clean and jerk. Our next athlete, representing Ecuador, Alexandra Escobar, 117 kilos requested for her final attempt in the clean and jerk. Escobar, Ecuador, 117 kilos. Ladies Figueroa, Venezuela, next. I'd like to point out that Romania's athlete, Hulpan, has declined her final attempt in the clean and jerk. She is not going to come out and make her third attempt. Right now, we've got Escobar, Ecuador, 117 kilos. No lift for Escobar. She went 5 for 6 today, totaling 94 in the snatch, 115 in the clean and jerk, 209 kilos in total. Venezuela, 122 kilos. Ladies Figueroa, third attempt. Be followed by Lebon of Colombia.
Decida pues. Afíquete los talones, vamos, es espalda dura. 30 segundos, fuerte la espalda, fuerte esa espalda. Tranca con las piernas. Síguela, síguela. ¡Duro! ¡Vamos! ¡Me cambio! ¡Ajá! ¡Piernas! ¡Piernas! Las piernas primero y entra rápido. Entra. Entra y aprieta. ¿Sólido?
Good lift. Ladies Figueroa, 122 kilos, 92 kilos in her snatch, 122 in her clean and jerk. That's a 214 kilo total for her. Our next athlete, representing Colombia, 123 kilos on the bar for Maria Lobon. She was successful just a few moments ago at 121 kilos. Lobon, Colombia. Lu, China, next.
Rápido los codos, vamos, buen despegue.
Happy to be here, but probably not happy with that lift. Lobon, Colombia, no lift at 123 kilos. She finishes 97, 121 for a 218 kilo total. One athlete left. One lift remaining, 125 kilos placed on the bar, representing People's Republic of China. Lu Xiaomin, final attempt. Lou's lift is a good lift. At 125 kilos, she finishes. With 100 in the snatch, 125 kilos in the clean and jerk, that's a 225 kilo total. This concludes the lifting portion of the women's 55 kilo Group A and 59 kilo Group A sessions. We're going to take a few seconds in just a moment to check out the highlights from these sessions, and then we'll move on to our medal ceremonies before both medal ceremonies for the 55 kilo and then the 59 kilo sessions. Stick with us. Let's check out some of the highlights of this competition so far.
Máster en Mercadeo Deportivo y Halterofilia, impartido por Halterofilia Aplicada SB con certificación de Asociación de Levantamiento de Pesas del Estado Táchira, Venezuela, Federación Venezolana de Levantamiento de Pesas y Comité Olímpico Venezolano. Halterofilia Aplicada SB te ofrece especialización instruccional que contiene componentes de formación individual y pedagógica. Porque el negocio del deporte es complejo. Máster en Mercadeo Deportivo y Halterofilia Aplicada SB cuenta con un programa de 200 horas teórico-práctico, 6 módulos, desarrollo y presentación de proyecto factible, webinars con tópicos de vanguardia, duración 6 meses totalmente online. Máster en Mercadeo Deportivo y Halterofilia. Abre el proceso de inscripción. Para mayor información a través de nuestro correo electrónico halterofiliaaplicada@gmail.com o a través de nuestras redes sociales @halterofiliaaplicada_sb. Máster en Mercadeo Deportivo y Halterofilia Aplicada SB. Te ayudamos a trazar el camino que quieres seguir para tu futuro profesional.
Checking out our scoreboard, as you can see in the top half of our scoreboard, there's that big green line. That is where we differentiate between the 55 kilo athletes and the 59 kilo athletes. As you can see there, we're going to be giving our gold medal to Nabieva Muattar of Uzbekistan in just a few moments. She'll be followed by Chinshanlo with the silver from Kazakhstan with a total of 200 kilos, and then Lochoska of Poland with 185 kilos. That's in the 55 kilo category. If you look down below that green line on your scoreboard, you will see that the athletes below that are in the 59 kilo category. So our gold medalist in the 59 kilo will be Lu of China with 225 kilos. And our next medalist, our silver medalist, will be Lobon of Colombia with 218 kilos. She'll be followed by Euslades Figueroa at 214 kilos. We've also had other athletes in these sessions lift previously. We've had B session athletes and C session athletes. We've checked out those numbers, and they do not make the same level as these athletes in the A session, so those will be your medalists in the A sessions. Again, once again, in the 55 kilo category, it'll be Muattar of Uzbekistan getting the gold. Chinshanlo with 200 kilos based on a 5 for 6 performance in 85 kilos and 115 kilos respectively will be getting the silver. And Lochoska of Poland will be getting our bronze medal in the 55 kilo category. In our 59s, once again, Lu of China went 5 for 6. 100, 125 for a 225 total. She'll be our gold medalist. Our silver medalist at 218 kilos, Maria Lobon of Colombia, followed by Euslades Figueroa. She made 3 of 6, 92 on her opener, but she couldn't manage 95 for her snatch, and 122 kilos made on her final attempt with the clean and jerk. We're just a few seconds away from our medal ceremonies. I will tell you, again, this is an experiment in weightlifting. We've never done a lot of this kind of stuff before, so there are some different rules. There you go. There's the 55 kilos. Muattar Nabieva with 110 kilos. That was what she was capable of putting over her head in the clean and jerk portion of this. Chinshanlo put 115 kilos over her head, which is good, but as she trailed Muattar by 10 kilos heading into the clean and jerk, she will be the gold medalist in the clean and jerk, but the silver medalist when it comes to the overall total. And with 108 kilos, Lochoska was unsuccessful, I believe, with 108 kilos. She finishes with 105 kilos. So once again, 110 for Muattar, 115 successful for Chinshanlo, and Lochoska finished with 105 kilos. Now time for our medal ceremony. We can take a look. Our bronze medalist from Poland, Joanna Lochoska. Silver medalist representing Kazakhstan, Zulfia Chinshanlo. And the gold medalist in the women's 55 kilo category, representing Uzbekistan, Muattar Nabieva. Ladies and gentlemen, now the anthem of Uzbekistan. Congratulations once again to our medalists in the 55 kilo category. It was interesting to hear the anthem playing for Uzbekistan. They're our hosts. Congratulations to our hosts, Uzbekistan, with the first 55 kilo medal for this competition. Now, that moves us on to our 59 kilo athletes. We also have a medal ceremony for them. We're going to see Lu of China with 225 as her total, as well as we should also see on our medal podium, our virtual medal podium, that is, Maria Loban of Colombia. She had 218 kilos as her total with a 97 and 121 total. And we should also see with 214 kilos, Yusleides Figueroa of Venezuela. She was successful once again with 3 out of her 6 lifts for a 214 kilo total. As I said earlier, this competition is being run slightly differently. We don't have a jury. We don't have a, all our referees have just one perspective. So what happened is, because we're doing this differently, we've had to make some compensations. One of the compensations is that we don't do 3 medal ceremonies. We just don't have the capacity to be able to do all of that with both the snatch and the clean and jerk, as well as the total. So we're just doing medal ceremonies for our total. And the other, some of our other compensations are, since the athletes are seen only from one camera, we have 3 referees looking at the same perspective. So there's really no need for another layer of security, which is our jury members who would be seeing it from the exact same perspective anyway. So our 3 referees have the ultimate say when it comes to watching these lifts. We're just a few moments away from being able to take in our medal ceremony. We do have more sessions to come. Up next is going to be the women's 71 kilo session, and that's just in a few minutes time, about an hour if my watch is correct. You can watch all of these sessions on the IWF YouTube channel, as well as ESPN Play and Uzbekistan Television, and we really appreciate you taking the time to join us, not only today, but over the next couple of days as we move into our heavier and heavier weight classes, as we celebrate Uzbekistan independence with the Uzbekistan Cup. Once again, our congratulations go out to Uzbekistan for the 55 kilo gold medal. And Muatar, it was nice to see the athlete from Uzbekistan in Uzbekistan getting a chance to hear her national anthem on home soil. Once again, this is a crazy time in the world with the COVID-19 and social distancing and isolation. So this is a wonderful opportunity for us to get our athletes to still have an opportunity to get out and lift the weight against other athletes. This isn't just training. This is a real competition in real time. And there's strategy involved that they don't necessarily get to do when they're just sitting in the gym training, ramping up to whatever next competition might be. And as you probably well know, because of travel restrictions and because of the situation with the COVID all over the world, we are not going very far. We're just a few minutes away from the next medal ceremony. That will be the 59 kilo Group A session. Our production team is working very hard on making sure that everything is all lined up perfectly. You do not want to show the wrong flag. You do not want to play the wrong anthem. So here we go. These are the results. 125 kilos from the clean and jerk was the good lift from Lu. That put her into the gold medal position in the clean and jerk, as well launched her into the gold medal position into the total. Yusleides Figueroa was next down. She was successful at 122 kilos. She made that on her 3rd attempt. Her 2nd attempt was a miss. Lobong, you see there's 2 121s there. 121 was her successful attempt on her 2nd attempt. Escobar follows with 115 kilos. Riccio, Kisia Gicho is successful with 100 kilos in her clean and jerk as well. Abdulieva, 100. Hulpan, 95. And earlier we had from Saudi Arabia, 45 kilos for Al Rashid. She did not have a successful snatch, so she is not eligible for a total medal. Time now for our medal ceremony. Bronze medalist representing Venezuela, Yuslady Figueroa. Silver medalist representing Colombia, Maria Lobon. And the gold medalist and Uzbekistan Cup weightlifting champion in the women's 59 kilo category, representing China, Liu Xiaomin. Ladies and gentlemen, now the anthem of the People's Republic of China. Thanks for joining us today for the Uzbek Cup. We have a lot more weightlifting to come. In fact, our next session is the women's 71 kilo Group A session, and that's just a few minutes away. That's 8 o'clock Tashkent time. You can watch all of this competition on ESPN Play, Uzbekistan Television, or tune in to the IWF YouTube channel. I'm Richard Mason. Thanks for taking the time to join us, and we hope we'll see you again for some more weightlifting.